Hi everybody, warm welcome back to the channel. YAJE here, excited to share yet another gardening video with you. Today's video is going to be about the Egusi melon. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 important lessons that I learned from cultivating this very important vegetable in my garden here in zone 9A for the first time this year, that is in 2022. I just harvested the last set of the Egusi melon plants, as you can see, a lot of them, and there are some things that I wish I knew before starting out with this experiment this year. And so if you're thinking about growing this Egusi melon, especially out here in the diaspora and especially in the backyard, because I do backyard gardening, then watch this video because I'm pretty sure there are some important things that you are going to learn. And if you stick around, I will share with you how you can get some of the Egusi melon seeds. All right, the very first important lesson that I learned is that you do not need to grow a lot of them, especially if you are doing small space gardening, backyard gardening, like I am doing here. You don't need too many. In fact, I harvested over 20 of the melons, and guess how many seeds I planted? Guess, just one. From one seed, I was able to get over 20 melons. And the reason why I say you don't need to plant as many is because the Egusi melon crawls. So if you're not careful, it is going to take over your entire backyard and you may not be able to grow other things. You know, with small space gardening, we're trying to manage space. We don't have a lot of space in our backyard. And so you don't want to plant just one thing and then it takes over your entire garden. Okay, so if I had more than one going, I don't know, I would not have had space for any other thing. This thing was growing, like taking over the garden, growing in my yard for the better part of this summer. So I would say between 1 and 3 seeds, no more than that if you're doing small space gardening. The second thing I'd like to share with you, the second thing you need to know is that even though if you read in the literature, it will tell you that the Egusi melon can take like 150 days, which is about 5 months to mature. That might not be the case for us out here in the diaspora. The 150 days, it's back in Africa where the weather is totally different. Out here, we have different seasons. In my experience, my Egusi melon took 6 to 7 months, okay? I started harvesting at around 6 months, and then the final harvest came in at around the 7-month mark. So a good 180 to 210 days is what you should plan for, which means that you need to start the seeds very early on in the season. Luckily, I started the Egusi melon back in March, so this is October here in Houston zone 9A. That's 7 months, and I'm able to harvest before the cold weather really sets in. So just something to keep in mind. The time it takes to mature may be a little more than what you will find in the literature about growing the Egusi melon. The third thing I'd like to share with you, which is actually a very good thing, and maybe one reason why you need to try growing this, is the Egusi melon does not need a lot of care. Once you plant it, it's pretty much you set it and forget it. It can tolerate very high temperatures. We had a very severe summer. Let me say it was very hot and dry, no rain, and this thing kept growing. Okay, so it can tolerate high temperatures and also do well with very little rainfall. So just something to keep in mind. I think that is a big plus. And then the fourth thing I'd like to share with you is about getting the seeds out of the melon. Now, if you do not know, the Egusi melon is cultivated for the seeds that are inside the melon. The flesh of the melon is not edible, but the seeds are what we grow the Egusi melon for. We use the seeds as a soup thickener, and it is used to cook different types of vegetables. In fact, the egusi is so culturally important to us from Africa, because we use the egusi to cook bitter leaf, to cook ugu, to cook all kinds of greens. You can always add the egusi to make the egusi version of it, because it's very nutritious. It's high in good fat. It is also high in proteins, and therefore we really use egusi to make up for proteins back in Africa anyway. So I was saying that to get the seeds out of the melon, there's this thing that you need to do, which I did not know. You need to let that melon decay. So you crack it open, and then you can cover it with leaves, and within a week the flesh is going to decay, and then you can easily collect the seeds. So just one thing that you need to know. I have a video on how I did that. I'm going to link up to it. If you're interested, you can watch it. The fifth thing that I would like to share with you is that once you harvest a melon, if you're not like in a rush to get the seeds right now, you can just let the whole melon sit. It can last several months like that. I'm not going to leave it outside. I will take it inside. These ones, I don't need to collect the seeds right now, but you can let the melons sit like that and it can last several months. So just one way to preserve the melons. And here's the bonus where you can get the seeds. Now I got the seeds from truloveseeds.com. I'm going to link to it in the description box. If you're interested in growing the egusi melon, they have some seeds. Their seeds are really, really good. That's what I use to produce all of these melons. Now, if you are a member of the tribe, which means that you are subscribed to this channel, I would love to share some seeds with you. I will share the seeds of these melons with members of the tribe. All you need to do is comment below and let me know if you want it. Then I will contact you and then we can arrange how you will get your seeds. So subscribe to the channel for more giveaways like the egusi melon seeds. Now let's go and weigh the melons. I want to see how big the biggest one was and how small the smallest one was. Here's the biggest one. Woo! Wow! This one was 3 kilograms. 3 kilos of the melon, the egusi melon here. My goodness. I don't think this one is mature. I'm not gonna weigh that one. That one was 1.2 kilograms. This one was 680 grams. 3 kilos of the egusi melon, guys. This is 3 kilograms, my biggest egusi melon. Overall, I would say my experiment of trying out egusi melon for the first time in the United States was a huge success. I would highly encourage you to try growing this culturally meaningful, exceptionally nutritious vegetable in your own garden. Just try it and see. Check out truloveseeds.com for seeds, and if you're a member of the tribe, let me know in the comment section if you would like some seeds. So I counted a total of 22 melons, but I had harvested some earlier, so yeah, I had over 25 melons just from that one seed. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to grow a garden. Stay tuned to this channel for more educational and motivational gardening videos. Until next time, bye bye.